To everyone, Schwartz,
Hello.
and I'll be your other co-caster, Fess, and we should be getting all the A1 Assault matches in. Popping over to the tournament page, it seems like Jaguar Guards and CSPS have run away with this, with Level's team, whose name I will never ever say, having dropped out.
Level.
It's more about seeding, although we will be getting some heavy matches in here that'll perhaps even this up a little bit, but it is what it is, and looking for some giant stompy robot action. So our first match is going to be Express Delivery versus Spare Headset, and should be able to get here going fairly soon. We've got both teams in here. So the heavy and assault matchups have been basically when do you bring your good deck, and how many 100-tonners do you have fully kitted out. So if you've got one Annihilator, where are you going to bring it?
You have one Sleipnir. You have one Mad Cat too.
Yeah, but I mean, like, an Annihilator is the end-all be-all of assault mechs. So
yeah, and look what you did to our Annie fight. I mean, that was kind of sad. Though it looks like Stimrog and Andy are bringing some weight.
Yeah, there's solid 200 tons there, so expecting at least a little more range and a lot colder builds, at least for Caustic, especially with the cap point being Theta. Be a lot of fights in the center.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it all develops. Should be locked and ready. Let's get into the action.
I haven't got a lock from Team 1, but it looks ready. Let's go. So begins the first match of the assaults round, week 4. So I'm not sure why they put all the CSPS guys in the same division for this. It kind of makes me look at it and go, what, you guys want Civil War or something?
And once again, we see Animech shilling like he has. Well, I'll leave that there, but. Anyway, as we get into this, what do we have on CSPS's side?
Alright, so on Red's side, we've got a Direwolf and Annihilator.
Oh, it is not the CSPS side, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, they're both CSPS. And he's got 5 LB10s, so they're going slow and heavy.
I've got a Highlander 2C Keeper with LBXs and SRMs. Bold choice. And a much more standard Cyclops 10Q, so he's got SRMs. They've taken the hotter weapons and are expecting the closer fight. What do we have with that Annihilator?
That Annihilator has 5 LB10. That's bold. And the Direwolf is interesting. I've got 8 LB5s.
So we've got missiles versus DACA. Looks like Comstar will get the cap point and try and force Stimrog in a little close. This could get hairy depending on how long it takes Stimrog to spot them. Looks like the Annihilator is going to crest and hopefully have some shots and Ghost here in a moment. So we get straight into the action.
Oh yeah.
He's got no cover there, so he'll take a little bit of damage, but 86% as he gets out. Hopefully Die
he's got an open arm, but that doesn't matter too much. Somehow got tapped in the back.
Yeah. The Cyclops has some wonky hitboxes, especially over the fins on the top right and left shoulders. They're waiting for their opportunity. They're playing real KT. I wonder if Dio has Seismic here, because they seem to be reacting perfectly to this. They're staying out of the range of the UAV on the right. No, that's Annie's UAV, so...
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking I didn't see a UAV from either team right there. Direwolf and Annie look like they have no idea.
If they close right now, they'll be able to force them. Alright, the first shot's been fired. They Going after the Annihilator, I think that's a very poor choice. I think you'd want to get the Direwolf out first. Got a clean backshot there. And now Stimrog is definitely the target as Ghost starts taking a serious beating here.
Stimrog, Andy, you're getting bound up. Don't stand in each other's way.
Yeah. I really wonder how the cooler builds are going to fare, especially if Annie can just keep walking at Dio right here. That's going to be real key.
Oh, there goes Ghost.
Yeah, let's see how bad Stimrog's at. He open head, open CT, so Dio should be able to clear. Oh, that was an important miss. Him not being able to kill him there.
Yeah, this is...
It's over.
Good luck taking that.
Boom. It's too hot of a map to bring SRM builds like that, I really think.
Yeah, it's toasty, and you definitely have to pick your fights outside of the Caldera if you're going to do that. And even then, you really want to pick like 2 or 3 fights and not just one big engagement.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lot that you're going to bring an Annihilator on this drop. Like, that's a lot of health to chew through. They did well. Props to AnyMech. So
yeah, that just means they want to drop their Annies and their Annie and Direwolf on a different map.
Yeah, I'd expect Comstar to bring it versus JGX. So
Stimrock had 12 leg armor on that Direwolf. Very bold maneuver there.
It worked. That's all I can say. I don't know if he's trolling right now, but holy shit, if he's that brave.
I mean, if he banked that hard into they're not going to shoot me in the leg, it worked out.
Hey, which stream are you guys doing?
We're doing A1 on MWO leagues.
Because you haven't switched to the actual match. No one can see anything.
Oh. Okay. I'm now... Don't call me Ash. Mistakes have been made.
Okay, Ash.
Oops. Well, radiocast. Damn it! I've successfully avoided that through the entirety of TOC. Well, anyway, quick recap while we have time. The Annihilator walks slowly to different cap points. The Annihilator and Direwolf pressed aggressively towards Theta, where CSPS had already secured the cap point. CSPS rotated out and were able to kind of ring around this rock here. AnyMech broke right, Stimrog followed, and the engagement ultimately happened as the Annihilator rounded this rock and was within SRM range. The SRM LBX combo from the Highlander 2C Keeper did quite a bit of work. Ghost overheated in the Cyclops, especially after he got side torsoed, and ultimately the Highlander 2C blew himself up with either ammo explosion or overheating. But
I think he got crit out the back or something.
Either way, SRMs have fallen to LBXs on this map. Sorry for the radiocast. Ah well. And he's celebrating his win with some fireworks. And he'll probably post his Twitch stream here again. Hey, look! I called it. What a... Is he even streaming right now? Ugh.
I'm gonna laugh if he isn't and he's just trolling.
It'd be funny. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely looking at the damage scores, the Annie and the Highlander definitely had it out for the blood. Cyclops and Direwolf packing up the bottom with similar damage.
They were both the correct targets to go for.
Shields. Yeah, big and scary. Especially they're big and scary and easier to pick on.
That's what happens when you've got, 20 less CT armor than your teammate.
And also a guaranteed Clan XL.
Alright, so our next matchup is going to be what, Schwartz?
Well, we've got first Jag Guards versus Needs a Headset.
Solid. So I guess we end up keeping Stimrog and Annie in here, and we'll swap them out. Go grab Kraz.
Not Tourmaline. Where are you, RUBELLITE?
Are they in alphabetical order?
They're not. They're in chronological order. And the picking up.
They're the same side.
Yeah.
And invites will be out. So Kras, Pasha.
Invite to Kras. So I'm wondering what we're going to see out of the teams on this one, because this is interesting. Because it's a map that doesn't favor any one engagement style, but favors those that can, maneuver correctly to their engagement style.
I could see some.
You see some open brawl. You could see some range control.
I'd really not expect either of these teams to go fast brawl. As you get higher in the ranks, it tends to work less and less.
Yeah.
I'd expect to see a lot of DACA on this map. Probably staying away from the LBs a little more, just because the range is, usually about 400 meters is about as far as you can close. But with the ramps being either side and then playing across, especially with it being Dom and not a Conquest, I'm expecting to. I don't think they'd poke each other with PPCs. We're gonna have to find out, but
We're special that way.
you have like 4 assault mechs. That's why we had to take PPCs.
True. My assault roster isn't very big.
Did you send out the invite?
Yeah, I did. Kras is just not biting. Send it again and send one to Pasha.
Pasha's in a group, so it should.
Yeah, no, I can't invite him. Kras, waiting on you.
He's probably watching the stream, so he's getting it on a 2-minute delay.
Oh well.
I know he's in there at least.
Yeah, and he's online, so he's not deployed or in some drop, like some other people I've seen.
I mean,
yeah, there he is.
This tournament has been a little poor on attendance and reliability, but I think Light and he's learned from it, and hopefully next time will be better. Get some more games, get a little more compacted.
I'm excited to see what the if he's learned any lessons for the second part of this.
Well, the second part's all happening on one day, so it's going to be miles better on that front.
It'll be fights all day.
Are we re-inviting? Simrang need to go change his mech. So, as you would expect, JGX knows the better spawns. So does Annie and Stimrog. Turns out comp players are kind of good at this thing. They're not going to leave themselves in Alpha Lance and have to walk an extra 150 meters. So, a little light on the tonnage from Team 1 if they're locked at 175. We might see some PPCs. I don't know why you'd go that light otherwise. Let's see.
What would the math be?
It's 85.90.
85.90. Yeah,
we're not gonna guess it. Just I'm not expecting to guess it. They could do Warhawk and pick your PPC 90 tonner of choice. I like the Supernova C for the higher mounts. But
yeah, or
looks like they're both going light, so no Annihilators being brought. Cool. Both sides ready? Let's launch.
Let's go.
And this time I've got the stream up on my other screen so I can make sure that I don't, have to radio cast stuff. Oy. Mistakes. Anyway, you're going to cover blue team. I'm covering red as we coast on through the map. It's a really big circle here, so you can essentially deny the cap from any, 6 positions of cover on either side. So, as we get in here, what do we have for JGX?
On JGX, we have a Marauder 2C Scorch and a Cyclops 10Q.
Got more or less the same thing over here. I've got 9 MPLs on the Marauder and 6 SRM6 on the Cyclops. So they're taking the 10Qs over the Sleipnirs. Nobody really believes in LBX-10s. Shame. What does the Scorch have on it?
Scorch is pretty standard, 4 SRM6 and 2 LB20s. Though that's an interesting choice to toss an extra SRM4 with Artemis on that Cyclops. A little bit more alpha, a little bit more heat.
Looks like Annie and Stimrog are going for the Zimbabwe flank, trying to stay in the low ground and approach unseen. I guess they're trying to get to this position and flank right. But they're going to lose 30 seconds off the clock. Not that the clock's ever going to decide this, but they're not fast mechs.
Yeah, I mean, both routes coming in are in cover, unless you're going up high and dropping off.
Well, I think both of them were worried about the high positions up top if you had, AC5s on an Annihilator or something. So Krez and Pasha are playing very cagey, but they know they've got clock, so not too worried about it. I expect one of them to have seismic and just try and bait them over.
Alright, let's see what Stimrog and Andy Mech end up doing. How are they going to take this?
A fair bit more aggressively and a fair bit more together, although they're worried about more or less the same thing. Shots in the back, so... An interesting mirror matchup so far. Both teams playing low, both teams watching their backs.
Both teams not being very brave.
Well, you don't know where the other guy is, so I don't blame them too much for that. Stimrog's going to take a peek out here, see nothing up high, left or right.
You might get eyes on the other Cyclops, but...
No, there's way too many things in the way. Krez is doing the same thing, actually.
Alright. Starting the scouting, starting to box out and start to make assumptions where the other mechs aren't.
So
I'm wondering what the validity of, someone expecting the mechs to come from way up high and not hit that circle. Well, it can be done.
Stimrog's playing... Okay, he's got eyes on the Scorch now, so we're going to get some action fairly quickly.
There we go.
Smoke's starting to go out.
Located each other. That's an air. Barely nicked either of them.
Yeah.
A little bit of chip damage.
The interesting thing, if Stimrog and them play high and Pasha and Krez play low, this could be a serious pincer movement.
Oh no. Oh, Andy Mech, you're getting caught.
Yeah, but will he be able to core Pasha out while they kill Andy? He's taking a serious battering, but he's got backshot Stimrog. Now it's split off in the 2v2 fights.
He's sticked. Yeah. Andy's done.
The HP advantage is just going to start telling here in a moment.
Yeah, this is over. That was really fast.
The only thing I can think of is, can Stimrog get a back shot on Pasha? That's going to be the only thing that can bring it back for him. He's orange CT. How's Pasha doing? Pasha's open in the back, but he's still got a lot of front CT armor, so...
Oh, Stimrog, I'm getting confused thinking Stimrog and Pasha are on the same side. There goes Andy, and an inevitable death if he decided to walk forward. Alright,
Could be
so...
real cagey. Do you bet it all on falling down and just hope you've got the back shot? It looks like Stimrug's got seismic if he's standing still.
Yeah, but Pasha knows where he is. Popped a UAV right through the grids. He spotted him. Stimrock saw it.
I mean, he's got SRMs. He can't shoot the UAV down, so... Especially not with a limited ammo load.
So Pasha's got the advantage of knowing roughly where Stimrock is. Question is, where did Pasha go?
Apparently you can't shoot that down with SRMs.
You just have to get the angles. Fun fact, Cyclops can aim up.
Well, Pasha is going for distance here, and has been spotted.
Yep. Final showdown
of Ultimate Destiny.
Inner Sphere versus clan upgrades.
Well, the LBX-20s are going to tell, especially once he starts opening Stimrug's armor. We'll see if he gets side torsoed here. Stimrug's got maybe one shot to do it, but... did he get sticked out?
Open everywhere. No, he's just
he's sticked.
everywhere.
No, he's sticked. He's got no weapons. He got crit out.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, all LBXs, man. The later the fight goes on, the crazier they get. Boom.
Yeah, that was...
Still, fairly close match.
Yeah, very close.
I don't think you can be too upset if your headset... I forget what their name is.
Need a spare headset.
Need a spare headset.
Alright. Let's take a look at this damage. Pasha and Crass clocking in at almost pretty much 1100 damage between the two of them. Stimrock holding his own at 450. Andy getting caught and stick early doesn't help with your damage numbers. He
played the anvil. The anvil got pummeled. It's his job, but it certainly didn't feel very good when it happened.
Yeah. Nobody ever thinks about being the anvil. How much do you get hit? How much do you get hit by the hammer on the other end of that piece of metal?
Turns out a lot. But alright, let's go to our next match, which is going to be JGX versus CSPS, so.
This is on Steiner, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
And Kraz and Prasha have not brought their Annihilator, so I'm expected to see that now.
Alright. Invite to Donasai out.
I don't know how I got attached to Team 1. I guess I didn't leave in time.
Yeah.
Well, this is why you don't ever change your Bex. So. I'm expecting max AC2 spam from just about everybody. I mean, you've got the newer meta with double AC10, triple AC5 Annihilators, and LBX2s on the Direwolves, but I would really expect both sides to take 200 duns.
Yeah, but also thinking back to good old Div 1 Solaris, what's it dominated by? AC2 spam.
The AC2, it's not actually. The meta
Oh, it's
has
not? I've been out of the loop.
The meta has been slowly shifting because you can't close with annihilators. So people have been taking hotter builds, either adding ER larges to their AC2s or taking AC5s to counteract them.
All right.
Ghost is going to spawn over in Boreal Vault and have to walk all the way over here. But I'll let him make that mistake. Yeah, 200 tons out of JGX. So this is the fight that decides who is first seed, who is second seed out of this one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see the A game.
Even 200 tons across the board.
The other fun thing is there's strike potential because this one doesn't have a roof. Anyway,
so
let's get to it.
Platform's covered.
You were supposed to. Well, okay. Yeah, wait for them to say locked.
My bad. You said let's go.
I always say let's go. I'm excited. You're supposed to be the sensible one here.
Help, chat. We need an adult.
Dia, man. Alright. So you tell me what's on blue
now they're
side.
chilling at Andy Mech as well?
Hey, man. Everyone's got a shill for Andy Mech. It wouldn't feel right without an MWO League's shill.
Alright. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost. What do we have?
Annihilators and Direwolves. 2A versus 1A is the only real big difference. Ghost took the B, which doesn't have the CT armor the Prime does, if I'm remembering correctly, and I'm most certainly not. Kraz and Pasha are going to go take their ramp, so they want the closer fight. Let's get a look at these builds here.
Alright, so out of Kraz, we have 4 Ultra 5, 2 Ultra 10.
Yep.
And
I thought you had AC2s, aren't it?
Yeah. Just AC2s out of the Annie. What do we have out of
2 Ultra 5s, 2 Ultra 10s, an AMS, which probably is a mistake. And Ghost has an Ultra AC20 on that Dire Whale. So they're a little bit closer than AC2 spam. Pasha and Korinsky taking hill position at the rear. Gonna have really good shots here. Focusing the Annihilator first is probably not the best thing. But Strike is going to do a fair bit of damage to Kraz and Pasha.
Oh, they have that Annie. Just right out. So that took...
no, Pasha's still got...
Oh, I'm looking at Donasai.
Oh.
Yeah, they have Donasai. Right out.
Well, focus fire on your components, kids. Turns out that's a little OP. And the strike going in. A lot of bullets flying. Focus fire appears to be a fair bit better on CSPS side, but they're taking way too much damage and getting it done now.
Donasai's down to 2 ER mediums. It's down to these Direwolves.
And I'd really like Korinsky's cooler build here. Assuming Ghost, I mean, he's really got a bet on not jamming with that Ultra 20, because he's not going to get a chance to unjam it. Korinsky's just got more firepower. Assuming he's got the ammo, he's got this. Just don't get distracted by the Annie. The Annie's worthless. Going in. Here it comes.
Ooh. Ghost not looking good. Open CT, and there
Boom.
It is.
So JGX with the clean sweep, 3-0 for the week, and definitely going to take first seed. Ignore my phone.
Do we have a heavies match?
Yes, it'll be CSPS versus headset. Okay. JGX already did theirs, so you can probably tell the damage numbers Pasha
God.
getting focused out early. Dio was able to get a fair bit more damage, but I think he was the one placing down those strikes, so certainly helped them out. And Kraz with the hard carry, and turns out maximum DACA is the answer to everything. Solid play. Very solid play.
So you said it was CSPS versus
Headset.
first Jag?
No,
Versus headset.
they're doing heavies. I don't know what map, I'll be honest. I'll have to go check.
CSPS versus headset. Alright, that is second match, which will be River Dom.
Fun times. So,
Mm-hmm.
get everything squared away in here.
Alright, we have got that in place.
We go verify.
Hmm? Oh, it's mediums. My bad.
They were talking
I'm
about heavy
looking at this-
matches. Turns out we don't know what we're doing. But to be fair, this has been a tournament of not knowing what you're doing because we're playing a week 2 match in week 4, so forgive us.
Week 3 match.
You just said it was mediums, week 2.
No, I was looking at the mediums list. It's supposed to be the heavies. I've got it correct now.
Okay.
And get an invite out to Stimrog.
So JGX probably the favorites for the tournament. I'd be very surprised if they didn't end up taking it. I've not watched too many of the A2 matchups. Is there anybody exciting coming out of there?
Pull up the matches. From A2, we have on top Beastcleave solidly, which that's Bowser. Followed by Here's Your Package.
That's Squibby's and Nate. So that's the other CSPS team.
I'm kind of shocked to see RJF at the bottom.
I think they've had a couple forfeits due to scheduling conflicts. Turns out playing at like 2 a.m. in Russia is not conducive to overall performance.
Yeah, I know. Me playing at 2 a.m. is not the best either.
It's just a shame because I can't think of any. How many EU like competitive teams are left? Not too many, right?
Only ones that come to mind at the top are RJF. Granted,
Yeah,
I haven't been in the comp scene long enough to remember all the old guard.
Furia was. I don't know if they're still playing or not. They're Polish.
I've seen that tag around, but not very much.
Yeah,
Wonder
Twitch
if
chat
you're
will
playing
know.
factional
How many comp EU teams are left at this point? As we wait for everybody to get in here and set up for more mech brawly action. Although Forest Colony Snow is less brawly.
I mean, it can be brawly if both sides decide it's brawly, but otherwise, if one team wants to play range, they get it.
Yeah, but you're hard committing to that peninsula? The close
water?
spot. No, not water. You can't take brawl water. You just can't. It's too far.
Brawl.
You're trying to come around and go right in the area near the cave entrance, but I really would not expect brawl.
So I would almost call that like forest path or goat path or something.
It needs a name. You got radio tower. You got ship. needs a name.
Any Twitch chat, you gonna help? We need a name for that little area above Kappa. And then we need it to catch on for the entire community.
Wow.
That's the hard part.
Alright, getting set up. 125. Are you... This can't be the medium match. That's still really, really light. Be what? That's a 60 and
That
a
would be
65?
60-65. Yeah. That is really light.
Rifleman's?
I'm thinking the only 60s that come to mind are Quick Draw and
Hellbringer?
Hellbringer 65. I'm
Yeah.
thinking the options, they're going fast because the only two 60-tonners I can think of right now are the Quick Draws and the Linebacker, both of which are fast.
Either way, it's going to make this an interesting match instead of
Mm-hmm.
PPC trading at, 700-800 meters.
At 145, maybe, out of Simrog and Andy Mech. That's... who knows? Give me a second. Mother Nature is calling. So it should only take a couple seconds.
I don't think we wanted to know that. Alright, come on, Stimrog, ready up. Pick your mechs. Looks like Stimrog needs to go rebuild something.
No,
Yes?
I'm back.
Stimrog is leaving to go build something.
I heard. Like, oh. I
Oh,
wonder
thought you
what he
said
needs to
no.
go rebuild. Pull the AMS off the mech, because that's a challenge that's been going on recently.
Well, I mean, at 125 tons, he's probably realized he needs some SRMs or something to combat close range.
Because he's probably gonna get charged or something. That was fast. I'm guessing it was just pulling something off.
Oh, did he
Maybe
see their
shuffling
mechs?
armor. Don't think so.
Yeah, fuck it, launch. They will
Alright,
complain if they care. Please don't crash. Okay. Circle stopped spinning, and so did my heart.
Oh. How many beats were skipped?
Not enough to kill me.
Oh,
Grinder,
boy.
The shilling.
Oh, boy.
Why does he do? He gets made fun of so much for him. Nobody's like turning off this stream to go tune into him. I don't understand it.
Alright. CSPS. We've got a Hellfire and a Linebacker.
We got a Nightgear and a Summoner, so they're playing the range game pretty hard. AC2s, and I'm assuming PPCs, AC10s.
Alright.
So they're ready to receive a push, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
How much damage is Ghost going to take getting in here? Doesn't look like too much, but they're already at a pretty significant health disadvantage. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I mean, they're going to get struck here in just a second. Assuming they've got strikes.
Oh, remember, strikes have a timer before you can drop them. It's like a minute or two.
And there's the first one, right at the 8-minute startup. They're taking a ton of damage getting in here. They'll probably get anti-mech, but I don't think they've got the health to kill Stimrog. Not with the AC2s. He's going to have a fair number of backshots as they try and kill the summoner here.
Yeah, Donasai CT open.
Hellfire is fairly healthy.
Oh, they're... Oh, Andy's about to go down.
Yeah.
Double-legged, but Hellfire.
They're both open, CT. He's got some orange armor, but this does not look great. Yeah.
There goes Don.
It was a bold play taking the rush deck, but it's just too much open. They covered, you know, what, 700 meters of open ground?
Yeah,
under
they would have
AC2
done
fire?
better. They would have done better if instead of going for cap, they pushed around the side to close. Because, no, they don't have jump jets.
Could they have capped and fallen back? I think it's still a losing play, but still.
Yeah, Stimrog celebrating with lots and lots of spam.
Well, he did strike himself for the other one. So, rough time of it. Stimrog is making sure he cannot die to an ammo explosion, assuming like an act of God comes down and lightning bolts his night gear.
True. I'm looking at that and I'm like, with that kind of fire, you could convince me that's a rack too.
What else could they have done to close faster? Or is it just a failed concept in the start?
Rush tunnel. Rush tunnel and not get caught.
It's like the craziest play ever.
I know.
They just fall down towards ship, but I think it's still a shorter distance if they set up even over here fast enough.
I think the only thing that would have helped them out is if this had been Forest Colony Classic and not snow, so that they could slip through the mountain pass that's filled in on snow.
Which mountain pass?
If you look next to tunnel, there's a mountain pass that's snowed in, or there's a pass that's snowed in on snow, but open on normal.
I never
right next
knew
to the
that.
radio tower. Yeah, it's a feature between the two of them that's different, and it changes up the plays, especially for brawlers.
Today I learned.
All right, Stimrog coming in with the farm.
That's just disgusting, man. Like, cover your shame. Max AC2s. Turns out, kind of good.
Yeah.
And Anti-Mech needs to go back to the school of St. Pauli and learn to pilot his summoner down to like 16% in comp matches.
Well, he did get double-legged, so there's only so much you can do against two people circling you.
I mean, I'm just judging him on the results. They speak for themselves. I believe that's it, guys. I don't think there's any other matches. Let me follow through.
Worst thing I can think of is, hey, Schwartz, you forgot to put them on the other team. It's probably the worst we could get out of it, though.
I mean, I radiocast the first match, so there is that. But no, I believe that's all of them. So we'll get the final division results posted here fairly soon. And good night and goodbye, everybody. It's been an interesting tournament. Not terribly well run, but at the same time, everyone's an amateur here, and it's all about fun. Lots of stumpy robots died, and many explosions were had. Good enough for me. Anything you'd like to say as we sign off, Shorts?
Nope. You summed it up really well.
All right. Catch you later, everybody.